Greetings friends, it is Coleraine or Coleraine Tarot here on YouTube. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm going to get right into this session. We're going to do it a little differently, at least for the intro, than my usual tarot readings. So definitely if you are expecting the spiritual journey reading, you can always jump to the timestamp, but I do encourage you to participate in this self-Reiki if you are feeling like you need a little bit of support. This time period that we're in is just so disruptive, it feels like, when I'm filming this in November of 2024. So if you are just needing a little bit of respite, a little bit of a break, then I am here for you, and I'm going to help you to connect with your ability to heal yourself. And we have a beautiful hummingbird friend with us, so thank you. I just want to invite you to begin to breathe deeper, and I'm going to be using the Reiki principles today to use it as a mantra or an affirmation in order to assist you in your own ability to repeat these to yourselves as a healing experience. I have always resonated with the concept of the Reiki principles, but not the actual translations from Master Usui. And I know there are some people that are like, Master Usui's cannot be changed, and I totally respect that, but I also feel like Reiki is a practice that we are supposed to take on as a personal practice as well. And so for me, I have reworked the Reiki principles, and I believe that our subconscious mind does not take in the knots and the no's. It just takes in the words that we are saying at their core, like of what they are. And so in terms of affirmations, I wanted to create them as more of like a positive translation without taking them from the essence of what Dr. Usui was trying to teach. Dr. Usui is one of the original Reiki masters, or the original Reiki master, excuse me. So just inviting you to participate in the self-Reiki by calming your mind, calming your body, calming your breath, connecting into the heart of your experience at this present moment, inviting you to feel comfortable and to connect with yourself. So bring your hands, begin with them at the root. This can either be at the hips, the buttocks, or on the thighs. And you can listen or repeat after me. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be patient. Just for today, I will be faithful. Just for today, I will do honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being. Bring your hands to the sacral placed on your lower belly. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be patient. Just for today, I will be faithful. Just for today, I will do honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being. Okay, shift your hands up to the solar plexus. This is going to be in the center of the stomach or the ribs. I hope the plane noises aren't bothering you. I've tried to wait for them to not come, and they just keep coming. So we're going to work with it like the Reiki principles say. So just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be patient. Just for today, I will be faithful. Just for today, I will do honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being. Okay, now move your hands up to the heart center, placing your hands on the chest. And you can cross them like mine, or just place them simply like this, however feels good to you. And here we go again. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be patient. Just for today, I will be faithful. Just for today, I will do honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being. Now I want you to raise your hands up to the throat. You can grasp it like this and feel your palms against the throat. That's my personal favorite. Or you can cross them on the throat, bring them around like this. It's however you feel good. I'll probably keep them like this for now. And here we go again. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be patient. Just for today, I will be faithful. Just for today, I will do honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being. And I like that one because you get to feel the vibration. Okay, bring your hands up to the third eye, placing them on the eyes like this, or on the brow. I'm gonna have to put them on the brow so I can read the Reiki principles again. So listen or repeat after me. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be patient. Just for today, I will be faithful. Just for today, I will do honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being. Okay, and finally, this is our last position. Draw your hands up to the crown, placing them at the top of your head. And here we go. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be patient. Just for today, I will be faithful. Just for today, I will do honest work. Just for today, I will be kind to every living being. You can remove your hands from your crown and feel as each of your chakra points has opened. You should feel grounded, connected to your inner divine, connected to the divine realms, connected to your place on this earth. And hopefully each of those Reiki principles has soaked into your being. I will see you in your pile selection and in your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, so thank you if you participated in the self-Reiki, and I sincerely hope that that was supportive for you. So we're going to get into the pile selection. So group 1 is this bismuth piece. Let's see if it'll focus. This bismuth. Group 2 is this garnet. I think it's like a dodecahedron. Group 3 is this chevron amethyst. And group 4 is this, I believe it's petersite. So if you are ready, I will see you in your group. Greetings, group 1. This is your spiritual journey reading. So where are you at on your spiritual journey, group 1? We have the 4 of Swords, Passion Flower with surrender, and Lion's Mane with leadership. And your Fae Oracle says, the wild god, go to the woods, to moss, to mud, to magic. So on your spiritual path, group 1, I feel like you have been at a place of surrender to either a higher power or to your own limitations, your own shadow. It feels like there's something that is happening with you where you are kind of just, again, like the word surrender keeps coming forward. So it just feels like you have really accepted that you're at a certain point, and it's almost like there's no use changing that experience for you. What is this, Spirit? Maybe this is like on many levels in your life, you're not trying to change other people, not trying to change their behavior. You're really assessing what people are showing you about their own stage in their life, what they enjoy, what they don't enjoy. And then also, I feel like you're surrendering into yourself, where you're seeing what you really must accept about yourself, and like the things that you can't, or you, not that you can't change, but these facets of your life that, you know, there is no going back into the past to redo or to alter. It's like taking accountability for the decisions that you've made, the lot that you've been handed in life, in order to be able to reshape how you're experiencing these things. Because I'm just seeing a lot about home and family, like where you were born into, the country that you're living in, like being able to be very honest about where you're at, and giving your soul the ability to rest and restore itself despite the potential difficulties. And what's interesting is a fungus gnat, some of them, it may be because I have this plant here, but I don't know, sometimes you just get those. And as much as I've been trying to change that experience of having the fungus gnats, they just keep showing up. But what happened was, once I accepted that I needed these things to be removed, I had gotten really good at like catching them out of the air. So I don't exactly know what that means, but maybe it's a recognition of like your ability to send out these intrusive thoughts or intrusive experiences that are trying to disrupt your ability to like deal with what has come your way. And I just saw 333 on the timer. So it's like you're leveling up your awareness and your ability to cope with challenging experiences at this time. The passion flower with, oh my goodness, I didn't even, this is so funny because I was just in the place of channeling and I didn't even notice that it says surrender on there. And these two owls are really standing out to me. I'm going to lift the card so you can see potentially a little more. Do you see those owls that are above this person's head? And then the water that's going into a basin below. It feels like there's something that you're giving back to the earth, that you are connecting in with your earth experience as well. You're maybe listening to the earth or spending more time with the earth while you're in this period of surrender. And the lion's mane too. What are the astrological? It's Neptune and the moon. So this is maybe about using plant medicines, taking yourself out of a state of confusion or again, like non-acceptance, and into a place of taking not charge or control, but it's more of like working with or collaborating with what's been happening rather than trying to fight against it. So some of you may have been in a state of like denying the circumstances you've been in, or the circumstances that your family has been in. And this denial, you realize, didn't change the fact that it was still present in your life. Like this energy the leadership is also showing with the scales too. There's some of you are really like fed up with the injustice that you're seeing around you. And you're wanting to surrender into this flow state where you're being called to create or envision with this Four of Swords too. This can be like where we take on the role, like a more active role in our healing or in the healing of others or the healing of the structures around us. This card is ruled by Mercury and Uranus. So yeah, this is definitely about communicating and disrupting something. And again, we have this vessel that's being poured into a larger body of water. So it's like you are starting to contribute to the greater movement of emotional awareness. And by you contributing and committing to your healing, it's like your spirit guides are saying that they are so proud of you for being able to kind of step outside of your own ego, step outside of your own issues, and like this Wild God card is saying, go to the woods, to moss, to mud, and to magic. When things aren't making sense, you're reconnecting with a more primal way of addressing your problems, not seeing your problems as an individual thing, but maybe as an interconnected web of suffering. And by you disrupting your own personal suffering, you're actually disrupting the suffering of many, and giving many the hope and the outlet for again, I just keep seeing you like envisioning a new path forward or trying out new methods, or they seem new, but it's like only it's new to you, or maybe methods that have been lost or forgotten because of injustices again. So the lion's mane, I know too, is a card or mycelium, a mushroom that is used for mental clarity, for focus, for reconnecting with our purpose and our abilities to be able to perform and to act in our bodies. And the passion flower is one that helps us to, like this card says, surrender, but also connect with a deeper wisdom and be able to share this wisdom in an eloquent fashion, with the owls showing up as well. And yes, it feels like the earth is wanting to come through to help you with this healing, help you with this new vision, with this new insight. So to close the reading, I'm going to read from the Four of Swords in the guidebook for the Hush Tarot, which is the deck that is this here. It says, meditation and rest. This is a time to relax and recover from challenges of the past. The woman rests on the sword, which symbolizes the single issue that needs to be reevaluated. The others can wait for another time. Yes, so this is about really putting your focus into whatever has been causing you the most strife within your life, and really committing to finding a way through this issue. And yeah, I think that this is an advice card to the Wild God. Go to the woods, to moss, to mud, to magic. Surrender the idea of having to think your way through the problem. It feels like this is maybe a problem that is best solved in a somatic or a feelings-centered way. But that is all I'm seeing for you, my beautiful group 1. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you to your guides, to my guides, and every other being or spirit that has connected us within this reading and supported the messages that have come through today. And I will see you in another video. Bye. Greetings, group 2. If you selected this garnet crystal, this is your spiritual journey reading. So we're going to get right into it and look at what the cards have to say to you. And you have the Strength, the 8. Wow, what a powerful card. It's just captivating. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Take a look at this card. This person looks like they've been cut in half. They're tied up by strings. They have lots of different like bees, or they almost look like moths in a way too. Around them, there's bats following this person. And they look like they have like some kind of war paint on their face. And they're vulnerable. They've even lost a limb here. You're in a time in your spiritual journey where it's really important for you to maintain your strength. And I feel like for some of you, you're coming off of very difficult and challenging relationships that taught you something at the soul level. And your spirit guides are saying that it has brought you great strength to come through these experiences and to overcome the kind of psychic chaos that came with those connections. And your guides are also saying that they want to thank you for committing to yourself, committing to breaking outside of the self, for embracing the darkness in a way. Yeah, and I also feel like for some of you, you've had to overcome the desire or the temptation to use like drinking or drugs or something that you knew was maybe not the best like coping skill for you to be using to deal with these emotions, and you've actually been trying to repair yourself and make yourself whole again, or remember that you are whole and complete and that you are a divine being just as you are. We have the skull cap here too that says stillness. So we're in Scorpio season as I'm as I'm filming this, and my voice is kind of messing with me here too. So I definitely feel like there's a lot of emotions that you have been facing head on, and emotions, sometimes we think of them as maybe not being spiritual, or there's these narratives in the human collective around emotions, especially certain emotions, not being spiritual or being high vibrational or whatever. But I feel like you're here because you're ready to hear this message that there is no hierarchy of emotions. Emotions are simply, essentially, neutral experiences that we have to embrace and experience and feel through how we want to make meaning out of these emotions and experience these emotional sensations. And the skull cap may be a literal herb that you want to use to help calm, to help ground. The planetary associations on here are Pluto and Saturn, I believe. So there's something here about having to make sense of the laws, like personal laws within your life, things that you want to govern and organize your life around these certain principles. But also it's about like reclaiming your power in many ways, and that's often what the strength card is about. I personally really associate the bats. Maybe it's just because I got a tattoo with a lot of bats on it after I had been through many pretty challenging relationships, but I had decided to choose myself through each and every one of those situations and choose the growth and not turn away from the darkness that I was finding within myself in these situations, and also within the people that I was accepting. And I learned and I grew from the people that I had been choosing to allow into my life. And it just feels like you're bringing yourself back together after that time period and really starting to learn, you know, what choices you want to start making now that you have the ability to make those choices. And I do feel like stillness, meditation has been supporting you, or will be supporting you after you leave this reading. And Yeah, because Pluto is all about like even collective wounds. So remember that sometimes, yes, we are individually perpetuating an experience or a circumstance, but there's also a way that we can remove our ego or even bypass our ego in a situation and actually comfort the ego by remembering that often the social paradigms that we are living within are because of the collective emotional circumstances, the social norms, the social laws that we're abiding under, the political circumstances, the access to resources that our country may be providing us with. There are many different ways that we can recognize the amount of control that others, like that we have given others in our lives, and that's very much a Pluto or a Plutonic experience. And these gems of wisdom that Pluto carries are gems of darkness, gems of stillness, gems of ancestor knowledge and acknowledgement of the movement and the passage of time and cycles that we go through as a broader collective, because our consciousness doesn't just spring from within the personal. In some ways it definitely does, but our consciousness is also a shared thing. The only reason why we know language, the only reason why we know how to often like express emotions certain ways is because of these like mirror neurons that we have within the brain that literally are like mirrors. They reflect back what we've experienced from in the broader world. And with the Scorpion here too, I'm definitely feeling like there's a lot of Scorpio energy, maybe even Leo energy, fixed energy going on in this group. Maybe even Cancer with the moon there too. And that mirror energy as well. But what's the Scorpio message? Maybe there's a need to kind of remove yourself from stubbornness. There may be some stubbornness around like, well, it feels like blame. Like this person did this. Like, how can I ever move on from that? Or like kind of like shifting the focus to outside of the self when it's really time to start going within, and taking the time to be objective about our personal pain and see it maybe from an expanded perspective. With the star why am I tripping on this? Storyteller. It says, stories are medicine, strengthening and renewing. And yes, this is exactly what I'm feeling for you. It's time to, like this tree is doing, turn a blank page and start to tell a new story. What is the story that you've been telling yourself about your spiritual journey so far? Is it one of struggle, of strife, of survival? Or is it one of maybe rewilding, of being able to bring through a healing energy, of holding enough strength and holding your own to be able to change certain dynamics between you and others, of searching and seeking out new information through stillness, resisting hyper productiveness with rest, with rejuvenation, with reconnecting to yourself. I'm going to close out this reading with the description from the guidebook for the Hush Tarot on the Strength card. Right here. So it says, upright is the taming of the animal spirit. So this is the rewilding that I was feeling. Through confidence and determination, you can overcome the trials before you. Your inner strength helps you understand and deal with the wants and needs of others. This is exactly what I was feeling for you. The swarm of bats and the turbulent flutter of moths, predator and prey, are being held tethered by an inner calm. The woman's face is painted for war. She stands upright, ready for whatever comes next. Learning from injuries of the past and stresses of the day is the way to keep moving forward, never back. And I'm noticing that in the reverse position, this would be unleashed hostility and hiding from defeat. So there may be some of that you're moving away from, being very reactive. I know I've been there, especially if you're connected with that Leo energy. Sometimes, you know, we want to let our fire blaze when it's really time to calm down and find compassion. Compassion is a great remedy to any of life's challenges, and compassion will help us tell a better story. So that is all I am seeing for you, my beautiful group 2. Thank you so very much for being present with me. Thank you to your spirit guides, my spirit guides, all other spiritual beings that were involved in the transmission of this message today. And I will see you in another video soon. Bye, my friend. Greetings. Whoa, almost sticking my hand in your candle. Group 3. Okay, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, I didn't channel messages for any other group without the cards, but your group, when I was shuffling, the energy was so chaotic. Like, I don't know if you've just been feeling kind of all over the place or really scattered recently, but there's just an energy of like being ungrounded and also needing to protect your energy from especially like spiritual forces that may not have your best interests at heart. I am going to put out that there is no need to worry, there's no need to fear. We are in a protected space right now, and your spirit guides are surrounding you in a loving, protective energy, especially through the portal of bringing you into this reading today. So you have the chevron amethyst, and I will say amethyst in general is very good for protecting your space, especially protecting the subconscious space, like when we're in the dream state. And I'm thinking of a client that I had recently who was really just going through a tough time and did not know how to protect herself, and I was talking about amethyst. So yeah, definitely if you are having like nightmares, if you are feeling like you are doing things by yourself, like you are, you know, just experiencing a lot of spiritual turmoil, know that this is for a purpose. For some of you, because you have the death card here, I'm thinking of this post that I saw recently that was about how it is a tactic of manipulation and specifically like colonial agendas, to be creating chaos, creating disorder and dysfunction, and then to be the one to provide like a savior type solution, where it's like, oh, but you know, look at this great solution that I can offer and only me. So I don't know if like that's like a toxic relationship dynamic you've been in, or it may be like that you're potentially doing this to yourself, like creating the dysfunction and then like coming up with almost like grandiose solutions that are really could have been avoided, like had you not created the chaos in the first place. But I also feel like in some ways chaos serves a function. So for some of you, this chaos is actually helping you to like see your life through a new perspective with the death, because I'm thinking of the Hanged One, which comes right before the death card too, and that can give us a new insight into our situation when we know that something is going to be breaking apart, or we recognize that there is a level of surrendering into our truth, surrendering into what is best for us or what we know we need in our lives. So the eagle too is a symbol of, you know, higher insight, higher wisdom. And we'll read from the guidebook on this death card, but it does feel like there is a process of surrendering to maybe a death process in your life in order to bring a new life, because I'm noticing that there is a chick that has just hatched and some that seem like they're on the way. So it's like contributing your own life force, even though you may feel like there's an aspect of that wisdom that's causing you to die or pushing you to die in some way, shape, or form. This may be, you know, an ego death, or it may be like a process of literal death. I don't ever want to be that reader that only ever reads death as a like non-literal or metaphorical experience, because death is such an important teacher. I'm also thinking for some of you, before I move on to these cards, I am noticing you have the griffin, which is like an eagle type figure too. But for some of you, it's really important to get comfortable with the fact that the more we embrace the dead, like literally those who have died and passed on in our living experience, the more that we will experience divine connection, divine bliss, and we will understand the purpose and the process of what rebirth really means. Because when we look at any religion, any dogmatic practice throughout history, even like religions that predate religions, right? Those like spiritual beliefs that are pagan or indigenous in nature. There is this concept of rebirth and ancestor honoring, and, you know, how do we make sense of the dead? That is like the core facet of pretty much every spiritual practice. And this idea of rebirth is enhanced when we understand that life after death is simply, you know, it depends on what you believe, but to me it's an activation of consciousness, a dissolution of consciousness that reminds us that we are everything. We are, you know, in the spirit of the earth. We are the spirit of all living things. Our spirit was experiencing an illusion of individual consciousness for a certain amount of time. And my ear just popped. So for someone, that was an important message. That death is really an illusion that we, like even now, each one of us has, sorry, there's another little bug around here, has ancient and recent ancestors that are living through us. So their energy has never really died. I hope you're understanding where this feeling is. And if you have lost someone recently, or you are in the process of losing someone, or facing your own mortality, just know that it's not the end of the world. I know it feels like it, and it's important to honor those emotions, but these emotions are here to teach us about certain energetic cycles that we're carrying, that we're maybe hanging on to. What a Scorpio season message. You have cacao, initiation, and I've just been looking at this bird of paradise here, almost like a hummingbird in my opinion. And if you watched that Reiki session at the beginning, there was a hummingbird there who was supporting that session. It showed up like right on camera and it was beautiful. But the cacao opens up the heart space. It's I believe native to the Amazon, and the Amazon has a deep and rich history of connection to its past, connection to the ancestors, connection to the earth, and an understanding of the earth's spirit in its many different forms. And initiation is showing that this is giving you a deeper ability to feel instead of numbing and turning away from that experience of death. I almost called it that experience of fear because it's so linked in, at least in the Western world, death and fear of death. Like that is so stubborn in our collective experience, and it feels like this cacao is inviting you into opening your heart to, like Uranus here that's ruling the card, disrupt that experience of fear and show that everything is constantly changing, constantly in motion, constantly being remade. With the Venus energy also connected to it, it's showing that we have this ability to love, which undoes any power or illusion of power that we give fear. Let's see. The cat's claw here is purification with the Black Panther. The Black Panther may be a beautiful animal spirit to call on. I feel like this group has a lot of animal spirits at their not disposal, but at their your ability to connect with them. Sorry, I'm like losing the words. But cat's claw with the purification is showing that this time period, this death period, is a process of purification, whatever that death process is for you. And if you've ever, witnessed somebody close to you die, there is a process following the death where their energy is liberated, and there's a release from the pain, release from the suffering, release from the drama. But the thing is, there may be a purification that ripples out from them into the people that knew that person, where, we're purifying their home by just redistributing their belongings, or maybe getting rid of their belongings. There may be a purification in terms of the emotional relationships that people have, where, truths are revealed and people show their true colors or their true intentions. There may be, et cetera, fighting, things like that. So the cat's claw here is really showing that, and especially with its rulership of Mars and Pluto, this is talking about power, justice, even like commitment to like the will, like what we intend, what we want to leave behind, purifying our intentions towards others as well. Yeah, what we're giving and receiving, because we have Venus and Mars here. You have here too the griffin. Be brave and fly above the clouds. And I like that this griffin is wearing an eye pendant. And it's interesting because both of these bird-like animals, well, this is a bird, but this is a bird-like animal. Both of these animals that have winged creatures are wearing some type of pendant. And I do feel like there's something about the vision of the heart here, like seeing through the eyes of your heart. And I'm thinking of that, the Christian like worship song, "Open the Eyes of My Heart." And you don't have to be, religious or Christian to connect with that. But there is something about religious dogma, maybe like blocking you, or being something that you need to return to in order to find your own personal beliefs if you have walked away from those like sacred texts or those traditions. Yeah, be brave and fly above the clouds. Clouds maybe are talking about like something that's blocking your sight, blocking your ability to see the truth in a situation, and it may take bravery to go through this initiation that your spirit guides are pulling you through, this purification process. So let's see what the death card says in the guidebook, and then I will let you go. And I just saw 1212 on the timer, so that may be an angel number for you. Change, rebirth, and transition. This is from the Hush Tarot. For every ending, there is a beginning, a transition from one aspect of life to another. Put the past behind you as you enter a new phase. The bottler eagle is a powerful creature who can soar to lofty heights other birds merely dream of. This card is a reminder to look closely into the lessons of life for the most minute of details in order to see life from a broader perspective. As life has its highs, it also has its lows. You need the vision to see what is needed to encourage the positive change you seek. You also need to find the courage to accept this change. When a hatchling first emerges, it is fragile, but with time it will grow to become the symbol for strength. Dependency on dogma, woe, and worldly possessions can confuse and entangle you along the way. Seek inner truth to find your way through to a more fruitful future. Wow, I couldn't say it any better. I feel like that's the perfect way to end your reading. So thank you so much for being here, Group 3. I want to thank you. I want to thank your guides, my guides, and every other spiritual being in the universe that brought us together for this reading today. I will see you in another video, my friend. Bye. Greetings, Group 4. If you selected this Petersite, at least I think that's what it is. If you have a better guess of it, please feel free to leave that in the comments below. Yeah, so this is your reading. And I'm just feeling like I need to show you this tumble, because there's something about... The reason why I think it's the Petersite is because it has this like stormy, kind of cloudy, kind of golden energy about it. And it feels like there's something in your life which is helping you to reawaken, to become sensitive again. After a time where you maybe felt like you needed to withdraw, or detach. So let's see what your cards are. We have the Nine of Cups, the Kava Kava community, and the Troll Fae. Follow. My dog's coming in for the reading. Sorry, baby. And he just made me look up at the what's it called? Timestamp. Sorry, he's like totally distracting me. At the timestamp and see that it was 111. So this is a time that's really important for you to be able to set, not just set intentions, but also like really commit to making changes or making a plan in your life to reemerge, like I said with the channeled message, reemerge from a period of apathy, depression even. And if you've been going through that, I'm so sorry. You know, it's a chemical experience as well as it is a physical one. And it can feel really empowering though, but also overwhelming to, you know, address these issues that we had when we were in the depression state or in that experience of apathy. So with the Kava Kava here community, it's ruled by Pluto and the moon. So this is like a period of really embracing the darkness. This has been kind of a theme through this reading in general. Maybe it's just the time period that I'm filming this. It's like influencing the energy of the reading for sure. And I'm noticing that this is card 48, which adds up to a 12 or a 3. And I just saw 3 on the timestamp as well, so definitely a confirmation about the energy of the 3. And 3s to me symbolize new beginnings. They represent our ability to inspire change, and like initiate changes in our lives, be creative about changes, use creative energy to bring something new, to unify with others as well, with the Kava Kava and community. Yeah, I'll tell you about something that happened to me recently. So I was driving home from doing some events this last weekend because I do a lot of work in person with people. And I was driving kind of through like a place that was a little bit like the middle of nowhere to me. Like there wasn't a lot, you know, off the side of the freeway. It was a freeway I don't normally take either. So I was a bit unfamiliar with this area and this route, but all of a sudden, because I was in this new space and I had disrupted my, you know, routine of travel, I was able to suddenly pick up on a message from Spirit where they were like, you know, you should look for a metaphysical shop. And I did, you know, safely looked on my phone for a metaphysical shop near where I was driving, and I found this place and I pulled off the road, you know, followed my maps to this location, and I went into the shop. And long story short, I found this tool that I had been looking for my Reiki sessions. I'm gonna film another Reiki session soon with that in it. But the shop owner was just so kind to me, and she ended up giving me another tool. It's a rain stick, which had been broken, and she wanted me to repair it, and she just felt like I was the right person for it. And it was just a really cool moment to me, because I had been feeling a little bit lost. Like I had been working with community all weekend, but it's a community that I've had to like move away from, so that's why I was traveling back to see this community. When I went into this place, it felt like, you know, I belonged, essentially. And one thing that she did was she was like, let's take a shot of this drink, and it wasn't you know, alcohol. I don't drink, but and even if I did, like, you know, no judgment, but yeah, it was a kava drink. And she told me it would help to, you know, release any tension, help me to feel instantly more calmed. And we, you know, did our little cheers of our little shot glasses, and then we drank it back, and we both just felt like that tension went away. I could feel it from her because I'm clairsentient, of course, and I could feel it within my own body like immediately. And so if you are looking into it, kava, you can find it in like a drink form. I will say, like, she warned me, don't drink the whole thing, and I bought a can, and she was like, don't drink this on the way home. So definitely, you know, use it responsibly and always look into how the herbs may affect you and try it out in small doses first. But definitely the kava kava showed me that sense of community, and it also showed me the ability to find an ally in a darker time, or in a time where I was feeling quite emotional or feeling those transitions like the moon can signify. So yeah, I hope that story helped or maybe resonated with you. But it did show me that I could find community anywhere. No matter where I was always going to have a place of belonging as long as I was listening to spirit. And with the troll fae here, it says, follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. It feels like, yes, again, there's like this sense of serendipity. There's a sense of like being open to the possibilities or the potentials of where you're being guided. I also have another personal experience with this card. I was having a particularly difficult time with the recent transition in my life, and I went to oak trees have been just my allies. Like anytime I'm really feeling like I need support from the earth, from the spirit guides around me, I go to the oaks. I don't know why, they just have a special place in my heart. Maybe it's because my ancestry and that connection to Ireland as well. But the troll fae here is, it came out. I brought this deck with me when I went to go see this oak tree, and it was a different oak tree than I had been to because I was very, you know, struggling a little bit financially, and I couldn't pay a lot of the parks where I live. You know, you have to pay to go into them, which I'll get on my soapbox about paying to see nature another day. But yeah, I was just feeling really like things were unfair. Like I was just, you know, feeling like kind of like there was just intrusive like spiritual influences in that time in my life. And I found clarity at the oak, and I felt like I was gifted with a connection from spirit in that moment. And the troll fae card was there telling me to follow the secret signs, as treasures can be found where you least expect them. And I didn't even know I would find that tree. I just went, you know, down a road, and it was there. And it gave me a higher perspective that day, and it helped me to persevere and to stop feeling sorry for myself in a certain way, and to find a solution, and to allow spirit to guide me to a solution. And that's why the third eye, having that little like circle on it, feels like, you know, being able to envision or have a goal or set that target point, but not be fixated on it, to allow your intuition to guide you. I haven't even touched on the Nine of Cups. It feels like you've been making a lot of wishes, and even though you may not have seen the results, or even if you have started to see those results, it's like being able to deal with the changes that are involved in the results, or being able to accept that the results require a change, or the wishes that you've been asking for may temporarily disrupt things before they bring you to a place of feeling better about them. And with the snake, it's also talking about shedding skin and being able to release as a part of accepting blessings as well. Because sometimes we find that we can't get what we want often without removing the things in our life that we already have that may be preventing us from being in the state to receive what we want, or to be in the energy where we can collaborate with what we want. Okay, And I saw 1111 on the timer for you. So definitely there is some kind of wish or prayer that you've been putting out that is going to be answered very soon. Okay, so I'm gonna, to close out this reading, I'm gonna read from the guidebook, the Hush Tarot, what the Nine of Cups is signifying for you. So it says, comfort, accomplishment. All aspects of your life are in full bloom, both beautiful and ornate. You share your air of confidence and charisma with others. So definitely, these blessings that you will find in these unexpected places are leading you to feel fulfilled, to feel secure, to feel loved, to be able to give love in all areas of your life. Yeah, and I really like that message because it's reminding you that yes, maybe there are things that are needing to be shed or needing to be addressed as you've been healing, but it's definitely encouraging you that there is a lot of beauty, especially in community, in these moments of just listening and following and being guided, even if it feels like you have to mix the dark in with the light. Yeah, you will be held. There is a community. There are people all around you who are going to help you to meet these goals and to answer these prayers that you've been having. So I want to thank you so very much for being here, Group 4. I really hope that this reading brought you some kind of support today. I want to thank your guides, my guides, and every other spiritual being in the universe that has come together and supported this reading and the transmission of these messages. I will see you in another video, my friend. Bye.